What's up, everybody? How are you guys? How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday the 3rd. It's 11 a.m. in Buenos Aires, almost 11 a.m. It's 10:50. How are you guys? I hope you guys are super well. Let me actually share this on the Facebook group so that I can, go live there. A lot of people have been asking a bunch of questions there. So, by the way, if you want to join the Facebook group, you may want to go to Digital Marketing Strategies for Entrepreneurs on Facebook, or you can just go to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. And today I want to tell you guys about what do you do when your campaigns and your ad sets on Facebook start breaking up. With that being said, let me cue up this amazing intro right now. All right, we're getting better, huh? How do you like that intro? I think it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It's the intro that I've been using for my YouTube videos, and I got Caesar, my guy Caesar, my video guy Caesar, to send it over to me. I've been playing a little bit with vMix for the most part. What's up, everybody? All right, so let's talk about what happens when your ad sets break, okay? Or what happens when they stop working. Because the reality is that you might be running, if you're running any type of Facebook ads campaign, you know the feeling that you launch a Facebook campaign, you get a bunch of sales or a bunch of opt-ins or a bunch of downloads or your free PDF and whatnot, and then after a while, stuff just breaks, right? And what it means is that either A, you're not getting any traction at all, or B, your costs are going up, right? So I talked to you guys yesterday about what to do when things go wrong, and it's on my timeline right now, so if you want to check it out. But what do you do? And I explain what I did, because that is one of the things that broke during the past couple of days was my book funnel. So, which reminds me, before I forget, because I think it was yesterday, the day before, I forgot to make you guys an offer, which, it's something that you want to do pretty much every day too, which is that bad boy right there. That Bible right there. Perpetual Profits. Go to perpetualprofits.net to get a copy of your book. This is mirror. That is why it's so hard. I see it there on my screen, but it's super hard. Anyways, get a copy of Perpetual Profits. Go to perpetualprofits.net and you will be able to get a copy of that Bible right there. And I'm getting a lot of good stuff. And it will basically show you how to build funnels that convert people from complete strangers into buyers. Now, with that being said, I yesterday went through the book funnel that I'm doing, and like the past week has been shit. It's already picking up, which is great. That means that some of the stuff that we did yesterday, it's actually working. So that's awesome. Now, one of the things that some of you guys might experience when it comes to Facebook ads is the fact that your Facebook ads break, right, after a while. With no apparent reason, because you need to have in mind several things when you're running Facebook ads. Number one is how big the audience is. If you're running ads to an audience of 80,000 people or 50,000 people or even a couple thousand people, your ads will break much sooner because you will have exhausted that audience, right? Now, it might be the case that you're running ads to several millions of people, right? You target these big interests, or you're already on the lookalike game and whatnot. And at that point, if you're spending a lot of money, and by a lot of money I mean 5 figures per day on ads, then or 4 figures per day on ads, then at that point you also risk exhausting that audience really, really quickly. But it might happen that your audience are big, you're just spending like $5 per day, and stuff still breaks. So what does it mean to us? Well, basically it means that Facebook wants to always keep a fresh platform, right? It wants to always keep a fresh platform. And it basically does that by achieving two main things. Number one is to showing you content that you always want to consume. That's why whenever you engage with somebody online, or whenever you join a group and you start liking a bunch of stuff, more of that stuff will show up. And they have applied that same logic to Instagram. But also, there's the surprise factor. Maybe you're scrolling through your timeline and you get, an old friend popping up and you say, oh, it's been a while since I've heard about this guy or this girl, right? What about him? And then you start following him around and then maybe you contact them. So this is like the surprise factor that is always latent to Facebook, and it's embedded on the algorithm. So if you think about it, what Facebook does is that the lifespan of any given creative, no matter how good it is, no matter how, good of a social proof it has, etc., etc. Some ads you can run them for months, but some of them, like most of them, and I mean 98% of them, will break at some point. And at some point, I mean, it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, it might be a month, and you will notice that you keep on relaunching that creative, that combination of copy and image or video and whatnot, and then you should see that the cost per lead goes up or the cost per acquisition goes up, right? Or nobody's buying anymore. So what do you do, right? What do you do? Well, there's this little tool that I like to use on Facebook, which is called a dynamic creative ad set. It's basically, I'm going to show you guys how to do that, but it's basically whenever you go into an ad set, you can select an option within the ad set which is called dynamic creative. All right, and let me actually share with you guys. I'll try to share my screen without breaking anything, so I think we should be good. Yeah, so here's the screen. You guys should be seeing my screen. So let me actually grab whatever campaign. Let me actually check this out. Okay, so I'm gonna create it, and now I'm gonna create an ad set, right? So test, just gonna name it test. And now when you create an ad set within Facebook, what you can do is you come down here where it says dynamic creative, if I can talk, and you turn this bad boy on, okay? So you turn this bad boy on, and what you're basically doing is you're telling Facebook, hey Facebook, show me the options for dynamic creative. So dynamic creatives have, let me actually go back. So dynamic creatives have a really specific way of deploying on Facebook. And what it basically does is you're telling Facebook, okay, with dynamic creatives, what I'm gonna do is to upload 4 different copies or body copies for the ads. And they have a limit of, I think it's like 1,200 characters or something. Like the copy, I like to write these long form blog posts on Facebook, and they're not suitable for dynamic ad set because you can only write up until 1,200 characters, which means that I need to chop a lot of my copy, which is fine because you're testing angles, right? You're not testing the full-blown, full-fledged copy. What you're testing here are angles. So you can upload 4 angles, 4 images, I think that you can upload up to 6, but I like to do it in terms of 4. I don't know why. I just think that 4 is a nice number. So I do upload 4 creatives, 4 headlines, 4 images, and then I leave Facebook to figure out which one is the best. Now, the way I do this is a really specific way, okay? So hear me out. I grab my proven audiences, which usually are like 1% lookalike audiences of buyers, right? Like 1% buyers lookalike, or a really, really effective interest that have worked for me really well in the past, right? So dynamic ad sets is not something that you would go out there and test with. At least I don't do this. I know that some people do. I don't do this. So you will grab an effective audience, which usually is 1% of your best buyers, and then you will show them to those people. What you would do is grab a proven angle, right? Let's say that a proven text is working, right? And what you would do is to set up 4 images for that proven angle. So you're not testing a lot of stuff. What I do is grab a proven copy that has worked for me in the past, and then what I'm trying to change on the variables is the image. So I'm always testing. I know that I told you guys that I like to test 1 variable at a time. So what I do is I test only 1 image per. On that case I test only images, right? So the reality is that you will get proven copy with proven audiences, so you know the audience works, you know the copy works. Why? Because you got sales with that copy combination and audience, but now you're testing images. Now, once you leave it running for a while, I mean, a while might be anywhere between 48 hours to a week, depending on how much money you're spending, then you will have a proven asset, a proven creative that you can go out there, grab it from there, and plug it into your campaigns. Okay, and this is something that I always keep on running in the background, like always keep on running in the background. You always want to test creatives. Why? Because again, no matter how good your copy is, no matter how good your your targeting is, Facebook is embedded on the algorithm that Facebook will at some point deprecate the value of your creative, even if it has like thousands of social proof. I have some ad sets out there, some creatives that I've been running for months, and now I'm seeing the downward trend, but they have been up there because they have amazing copy. They are like super, super good assets. So all I need to do, I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I know that I struck a chord with that copy. So I just need to test different images. And dynamic ad sets makes it so much easier. And this is something that I always have in the background. Like I always have a dynamic ad set, campaign running for at a low budget. So that will allow me to always be testing creatives, so that then again I can grab the creatives and plug them into my campaigns as needed. All right. What's up, Punit, my man? Ruwan, my man, Ron, Chandra, Manu, Diana. How's it going, Diana? Mike, happy Sunday, guys. Hope you guys are killing it. All right. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that. Do you guys have any questions? Drop them on the comment box, and I will be more than happy to help you guys out with any questions that you might have. Let me actually check on YouTube. Sometimes I get questions on YouTube and I don't check on YouTube for whatever reason. So what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Oh damn, YouTube just changed the entire thing to YouTube Studio, and I'm having a hard time finding my way around it. Like a really hard time finding my way around it. So let me see if I can get it, over the next 20 minutes or so. Let me see. Damn, this is so hard now. All right, guys. Let me see. I don't know if this is live. All right, so I'm live here. I don't know if I can actually check this out. Yeah, I can check this out. Yeah. All right, guys. So I don't see any questions. Some people asked me questions yesterday, and the reality is that I couldn't answer it because I tend to cut these really short for whatever reason. But in any case, if you have any questions, you're welcome to join the Facebook group. The Facebook group you can join by going to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. That is the way you reach the Facebook group, and you can join. It's completely free. Don't forget to answer the questions so that we can, tailor the content there, to better help you. Oh, and one last thing that I need to ask you guys for a favor is this. Let me actually share my screen for a minute, because I'm having a poll on the Facebook group, which is a poll that I will that we will finish. I think it will be on Monday, tomorrow, or Tuesday. I'm not sure, but here it is. Let me actually share my screen. I think I can share that. All right, so here we go. This is a poll that I'm running on the Facebook group. So I wanna provide you guys with some amazing content, but I need you guys telling me what you want, basically. So whoever voted here as to what they want, I'll give it to you for free. Okay, so go ahead, join the Facebook group, and then search for this post right here. I think it's an announcement too, so you can find it on the top. So yeah, you can find it on top on announcements. Let me actually make sure that that's the case. So announcements, you go here, you go to see all. On announcements, you will be able to see this. This is the post, and go ahead and vote, because for everyone that votes, I'm gonna, the one that gets the most votes, I'm gonna develop it to, to give it to you guys. All right, so right now we're winning with the 10 funnel templates that convert traffic into buyers. So probably that's gonna be, but this is a second close, all right, for the most part. All right, so go ahead and vote. And so yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Let me see if I can. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so let me see what we got. Punit is asking, how could we qualify clients? All right, so here's the thing, buddy. You're launching your own SEO agency, which I think is awesome. So the way I like to qualify clients is to make them apply to talk to me. Basically, I have an application form, which is super easy, which is basically asking them, hey, how long have you been in business? How much money are you investing on marketing right now? Blah, blah, blah. And how much money you're generating, like your revenue. Because based on that, I know that I will be able to help you or not. Because if you're just starting out, I usually cannot help you, unless you're looking for consulting or something, or help, setting up your first campaigns. That's fine, we can do that. But for the most part, if we want to work together, I'm not cheap. So if you're making 5K a month with your business, I'm going to charge you 5K a month. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So you need to make people apply to work with you. What's up, Derek? What's up, Niola? Hope you're not butchering your name. Thank you for joining. Let's see. To prevent getting cheap steaks and those who don't call all the time asking what is happening in the value time. All right, so great question. Yeah, great questions. I actually make them apply, number one. So application is important whenever you're getting clients. Number one. Number two, get on I always 100% of the time lead with price. That means that I tell them how much I'm going to charge them. And if they are ready to invest that on their business, then I'm going to go in and then I'll go in and hop on a call with them. I don't hop on a call just because. What I do is, hey, I'm going to charge you 5K. If you're okay, let's hop on a call, discuss the details, right? Because I'm always leading with price. If they're ready, that will weed out 75% or 90% of people, depending on your targeting. So that's fine. You don't want to talk to everyone, right? So that's number one. And then number two, here's one thing that will sound you kind of weird, but with experience, you will know to follow your gut. What I mean is that whenever you're, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this, when you're hopping on a call with a client, and for some reason the guy is ready to pull the trigger, but you're not feeling okay, it's like you need to pay attention to that gut feeling. I cannot tell you how many times I didn't pay attention to my gut feeling, that this guy's gonna be a pain in the ass, this guy's gonna call me every day, this guy's gonna do this guy's gonna do that. And that's important, okay? But also you need to set expectations of the VAT, telling you, hey, listen, I'm gonna hop on a call with you every week at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, and that's where you need to bring all your questions. It's an education that you need to do with the client on your own. What I mean is that if you're picking up the phone when the guy is calling you, then it's your problem, not the client. You're educating the client to do that because he's gonna just keep on calling you, right? If you keep on picking up the phone. So it's an education that you need to do when it comes to the client and your audience, and that's what you want to do. And that shadow is my girlfriend just hanging out. That's what you see, the shadow like that. All right. So broadly, the two aspects, clients and hiring the right team. Could you make a video on the hiring process of good talents and who be serious? Yeah, man, here's the thing. We have with semanticmastery.com, I'm gonna reply to you specifically. With semanticmastery.com, we have developed a product called Outsource Skimping. That process has allowed us to, I think we have 30 people working on the Philippines full-time right now, working for Semantic Mastery. And that's all we're using, the Outsource Skimping. So the way you get to that is by going to outsourceskimping.com. All right, I'm gonna leave it there so that you can check it out. And that's how we find our VAs, how we can outsource, blah, 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 okay? So if you really wanna get to that level where you're hiring people, then get a copy of Outsource Skimping. Thank you for your questions, buddy. I really appreciate them. What's up, Asman on YouTube's? How are you doing, man? This is super cool because I think I can moderate both at the same time. What's up, Asman? How are you doing, Brent? All right, guys. So any more questions? Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Sunday morning, 3rd day of February. Hope you guys are super well. If you haven't already, make sure that you get a copy of Perpetual Profits, my brand new book. It will show you how to go out there with your product and service, number one, turn complete unknowns, people that haven't heard about you, they do not know who you are, and turn them into customers. Into not only customers, but people that pay you money over and over and over again. And they are in love with you, they're in love with your brand, blah, blah, blah. And it's all about putting out goodwill on the marketplace and becoming an expert. Okay, so go ahead. It's perpetualprofits.net. I'm gonna put it there. perpetualprofits.net, and you can get a copy over there. No problem, my man. Happy to have you. Let me see if I have any more questions. I don't think I have more questions. Facebook is showing 2 new comments, but I cannot see them for whatever reason. Let's see if we have any questions on the Facebook groups. Come on, Facebook. Help me out here. I'm trying to do 1,000 things at the same time. Sorry about that. Let me see. I think we should be good. You really should consider joining the group. It's pretty cool. All right. What's up, Irene? How are you doing? Hope you're doing great today. Irene is working with us as well, and she got through us through the outsource skimping method. So it's really highly advisable that you get a copy if you really want to grow your team, right? All right, guys. So I hope that's it for today. Thank you once again for joining me. If you have any additional comments, drop them below. Share this stuff with somebody that needs to see this, if you so choose. And I'll see you guys on the Facebook group, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Have an awesome Sunday. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.